There ain't no other for me, it's only you. I wanna be done with what you're going through. I wanna be done. I wanna be done with you.
Hey, hi, what's up? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Derica and you're watching Shelf Love with D. Welcome back to my channel. Thank y'all so much for clicking on this video, hanging out with me today. Before I get too deep into this video, I will ask that you go ahead and leave me a thumbs up, maybe even a sunflower or a green heart in the comment section. Let's just get this let's just help YouTube out and get the algorithm flowing. If you like it, thumbs it up. If you came back to see me, thumbs it up. Like, don't be a ghost follower. Please go ahead and show your girl a little love by way of thumbsing up or leaving me a green heart or sunflower. All right, so now that all that is out the way, I do want to apologize for the lighting. It is a cloudy day. The sun comes out and then the clouds cover it again, so the lighting may change, but that's not a big deal, right? Because we are here for the books. We're here for the books. And today I am going to share with you guys my March maybes for my physical TBR. I am still, just so you guys know, I am still currently reading Luca on my Kindle. I just really started to get into that book like yesterday because I was reading it just in the background of another book that I just finished in my last video. And so I'm reading Luca on the Kindle, and then her name, and Tracy's open book moved me to download Raspberry Kisses, I believe that is what it's called. She talked about it in her vlog, and I'm like, based off the title alone, that book sounds so cute. Well, let me run and go download it and just see what it's about. It seems like a very cutesy romance, and I just thought the name was so cute. The cover was cute as well. So if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it was Tracy's open book that brought up that book. I will double check that and have the name on the screen just to give them credit where credit is due. All right, nonetheless, let's get this moving right along. My March maybes. First one up is Annie John by Jamaica Kincaid. This is a short read, which I have a couple of them on my March TBR, which will help me kind of get these books read and get my physical TBR done. I don't want to get another surge of books and not read the ones that I have, so I'm really trying to knock out the books that I have on my shelf. This was a dream of mine, a goal of mine, to have my own library collection, have my own books and not always have to run to the library to check them out and remember to return them, because that was a whole nother thing. So I really want to be a good steward of my collection and read the books that I have. So here, it's, if you are not familiar with this book, it says oh, I think this was one that did not give me yes, it didn't give me like what the book was about. So once, I think it's just a coming of age story if I'm not mistaken. One second, I will get the iPad and look it up for you guys to share it with you. Okay, y'all, so according to Google, it says it is a coming-of-age story set in 1985 in Antigua. The protagonist, it was following the protagonist from ages 10 to 17. It says it explores the intense and shifting bond between Annie and her mother, evolving from adoration to intense conflict, rebellion, and eventual separation as Annie seeks independence and leaves for England. So we shall see. It's basically what I'm gathering from that is that it follows her from age 10 to 17, how she goes from loving her mom being her everything, to feeling like she needs her independence. And then they have, seems like they're going to hit some type of rough patch and end up separating as she tries to find herself. So we've all been there to one extent or another with our own parents, I'm sure. And so I'm interested in seeing what that was about. That came recommended by Lex Reads. So that is my girl. She's one. Lex Reads is one of my top booktubers who if they say to read it, I'm going to read it. And I have several others that if they recommend it, I'm going to read it. So even though it doesn't sound like it's just a wow moment, definitely want to check it out and give it a try, and sure, I will end up loving it because Lex has not steered me wrong as of today, as of now, as of present day, up until this moment. Anything she's recommended, I've enjoyed. So next book up that I would like to read is Frozen River by Ariel Lahan. I read I read the description not too long ago in the book haul, but if you are just joining me today, I will go ahead and do it just for you, even if it's just one of y'all joining me today that's new. I will read the book description. So it says, Maine, 1789, when the Kennebec River freezes, entombing a man in ice. Martha Ballard is summoned to examine the body. As a midwife and healer, her diary is a record of every birth and death, crime and debacle that unfolds in the close-knit community of Hallowell. Months earlier, Martha documented the details of an alleged rape committed by two of the town's most respected gentlemen, one of whom has now been found dead in the ice. Good for you. But when a male physician declares the death accidental, Martha is forced to investigate on her own. For one winter, as the trial nears and prejudice mounts, Martha doggedly pursues the truth. Her diary lands at the center of the scandal, implicating those she loves and compelling Martha to decide where her loyalties lie. This sounds like a good read. Can't wait to get to that one. And then I will be reading the third book in the series. I don't even know what she calls this series, but I read A Part of Your World, recently read Yours Truly with my girl Eliza, and now I want to read the third book, which is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. It says, when it comes to love, Emma is cured. Let's try this again. When it comes to love, Emma is cursed. Every guy she dates finds his true love after they break up. But it turns out she's not the only one afflicted with this condition. His name is Justin, and his Reddit thread about being love's good luck charm has gone viral. Now the two have come up with an ingenious plan. If they date each other, their curses will cancel out and they'll go on to find their soulmate. Only Justin wasn't supposed to be so unbelievably cute and hilarious, of course. But when Emma's toxic mother shows up and Justin has to assume guardianship of his 3 siblings, they're suddenly navigating a lot more than they expected, including catching real feelings. Has fate finally brought the perfect pair together, or will their cure be way more hazardous than the curse itself? I did not know what this book was about, so that sounds very interesting. Eliza, I'm not sure if you have this book, but if you had it and you're down for a buddy read, let's get into it together. Or if anyone else is on book 3 of this series and would like to join me in a buddy read, I'm open to that as well. Just let me know down in the comments. All right, next book up for my March maybe is Miss Wiggins by Mary Monroe. This book was gifted to me by my girl Raina Swan. I believe I won it in a giveaway in the official Chapter Chat book club over on Fable, and I don't know why I've been putting it off, because I really am looking forward to reading it. I started to think that maybe I put books off because sorry y'all, there's a fly buzzing around here, but I started thinking maybe I put books off because once I read it, that's it. I could never read that book for the first time again. So it kind of makes me put it off, but that's the whole purpose of these books, of reading these books, of collecting these books, or to read them and to get that experience. So all right, so I'm sure everyone already knows about this book, but for those who don't, this one's for you. So this is the daughter of a prostitute mother and an alcoholic father. Maggie Franklin knew her only way out was to marry someone upstanding and church-going, someone like Hubert Wiggins, the most eligible man in Lexington, Alabama, and the son of its most revered preacher. Proper and prosperous, Hubert is glad to finally have a wife, even one with Maggie's backgrounds, for Hubert has a secret he desperately needs to stay hidden, and Maggie's unexpected charm, elegance, and religious devotion makes her the perfect partner in lies. So that's all I'm going to read. That sounds really good. All right, next book up is another Lex Reads, a recommendation called The Blacker the Berry by Wallace Thurman. And let's see here. It says it is a novel of Negro life. That's a bit of a blurb. Okay, but anyway, so it says a novel of Negro life by Wallace Thurman is a groundbreaking Harlem Renaissance classic that boldly confronts the complexities of colorism, identity, and racial self-worth in the 1920s. At the heart of the novel is Emma Lou Morgan, a dark-skinned young woman determined to carve out a place for herself in a society and community that privileges lightness of skin and European beauty standards. From her upbringing in Boise, Idaho, to her disillusioned search for belonging in Los Angeles and Harlem, Emma Lou's journey is one of painful revelations and inner turmoil as she faces rejection not only from white society, but also from within her own race. That sounds like a good one. And again, a quick little read. But another book that Lex swears by. So I'm going to give it a try. My next one up is Someday Maybe. I got this book months ago, sometime last year from the Free Little Library, and was so excited to read it and have not read it yet. So we're going to get it done this month. Look how beautiful this cover is, right? All right, so it says, here are 3 things you should know about my husband. He was the great love of my life despite his penchant for going incommunicado. He was, as far as I and everyone else could tell, perfectly happy, which is significant because, number 3, on New Year's Eve, he killed himself. And here is one thing you should know about me. Number 1, I found him. Bonus fact, no, I am not okay. But that's all I'm going to read about that. I did start this book via audio, I want to say before I got this book, and started to pause it. I just think I wasn't in the right space to read it at the time, but now I am, and we're going to get into it. I've heard good things about this one. So another book that I want to add, and maybe another book or 2, but definitely one other one. Where are you? Oh, here she is. Another one that I would like to add is Tumbling, and I'm adding this because my girl Darnea DeVries added it to her March TBR. So I figured me and you could buddy read. If you are down, just let me know, girly. Another one that's been on my shelf for a cool little minute that I've been putting off, but we are going to get into it and knock these physical books out, as well as utilizing my Kindle a lot more. I begged and begged. I won't say beg, but I told my husband, I need it, and I really want to use it. I just, I don't want to hoard it. And a bookmark by Aaliyah pointed out, like, buying books that are on Kindle. And I'm like, I'm doing the same thing, but I want these books. Reading a book on your Kindle is cool, but if I enjoyed it, I want it on my shelf. So I want to utilize my Kindle a lot more. I won't say that is going to keep me from buying new books, because I do like to have the physical book in my hand, but it might help me get to books quicker that I don't have on my shelf. So, but then I run into that problem of sometimes I want that first experience to be in the physical, me flipping pages, but we can work it all out. I definitely want to utilize my book, my Kindle more. So I will be probably reading something in the background on my Kindle this month as well. But yeah, so that is it. This will be the last one that I'm adding to my TBR. If you're not familiar with it, for you, I'm going to read it. It says, on the weekend, the blocks come to life and the music flowed like bubbly, and brown faces laughed for real, not the mannered tee-hee-hees of the workday, but booming laughs. And Sunday, they shouted in church and felt the sweet release where grand hats rocked and high heels stomped on went clickety-clack, depending on how the spirit hit. It says, in this novel, it evokes the feel and rhythm of close-knit African-American communities set in South Philadelphia during the 1940s and the 1950s. It combines the mood of urban community with the vitality of its inhabitants to tell a story in which sorrow and joy come in equal measure. One unconventional couple is at the heart of the novel. Herbie and Noon care deeply for each other, but have been unable to consummate their marriage because of vicious sexual attack in Noon's past. So while Noon finds comfort and solace in her church, club hopping Herbie finds friendship and sexual gratification with a jazz singer named Ethel. Unexpectedly, Herbie and Noon are blessed with daughters when on 2 separate occasions, children are left on their doorstep. On the advice of the community, they take the children into their home where the girls become inseparable as if blood sisters. When a devastating city proposal threatens to put a road through the area, the community must pull together to avoid being torn apart. Noon becomes the unexpected leader in the struggle to keep both her home and her family whole. Okay. So we're gonna get into it. This is another one recommended by Lex Reads. If you are familiar with her, you know her girl is Diana McKinney Whetstone. So again, Darnea, if you are open to read this, just let me know and we can start that whenever you're ready. Let's see how many books that is. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 books for my March maybe that I plan to read this month, and hopefully I'm able to knock every one of those books out along with Luca on my Kindle and Raspberry Kisses. But Raspberry Kisses I'll get to, if not this month, next month. It's just I didn't want to forget the title, so I went ahead and downloaded it on my Kindle. But that is it. That is all for my March maybes. Let me know down in the comments what you are currently reading, and if you already have your next book lined up, let me know that as well. Thank y'all so much for joining me today, and until next time, don't forget to show yourself some love today.